Alright, what's up, worldwide family? How are y'all doing today? Welcome back to the channel, Jimmy Flipping Deals. Thank you so much for joining me once again. I am a part-time reseller who is absolutely overloaded with inventory that I'm having a difficulty processing. The death pile has reached into the truck. But I'm good with it. Not great with it, but good with it. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. Yesterday when I talked to you last, I was heading to Dad's and I was going to check on some AC units that had gone clearance, but they actually went back up to full price. There's like 12 of them, and they're trying to sell AC only AC window units for $175 while it's freezing. And although I don't blame them, I just don't see them selling. So they may have ran out of markdown dollars or whatnot. I did come up with some boots. I came up with 8 pairs of boots that I was happy with. Should close to double my money on those. So all in all, that was about 160 bucks. I had ran into some bicycle helmets, kids' bicycle helmets. I do fairly decent with those. So what I ran into. Like 12 of those, so happy about that. Did go thrifting yesterday and bought this really cool, check this out. Hello, my name is Big Gulp. It's like from the, I think, early 90s, whatever. You know, there have been, as far as comps go, like 8 of those sold, 5 or 8, something like that. There's like 5 or 8 listed. 5 or 8 have sold. It's right at 100% saturation. And all in all, shipping and everything, 40 bucks. And I got it for $3. Can y'all see that? I don't know. Bleep. Anyway, got it for 3 bucks. So super happy about that. No, something happened with that. Because I spent $384 between that and this little, they call it Seafoam hobnail. I know hobnail, I don't know Seafoam, but it's got a greenish tint to it. Lynn picked that up for me, was helpful with that. And that's one of those that once I have more of the collection, it'll be worth a significant amount. I paid like $1 for that, and very little. Anyway, roughly, once I have several things to compensate for the high price of shipping, they'll go at about $12 to $15 a piece. So I can try to sell it by itself, but I've had one hobnail that, you know, on a $20 item, 12 of it shipping. So I'm not making much that way, but I can ship 10 of them instead of 12 bucks for like 18 or something, you know. So that's when it really comes into being. So those are cumulative, eclectic pickups. When you have more of them, when I have more of them, I can make money with them. So when I see them, I know they are collectible, so I go ahead and grab them. Got a few different collections like that. Matter of fact, I had, what do you call that, Curry and Ives, the blue and white transfer wear. Plate actually left out on its own right at $20 for a little 6-inch plate, which I was surprised about that. I had it listed just so I could put it in my inventory for when I got more of them, but it sold, so you can't beat that, especially it went out first class, so I was happy about that. Let's see, where are we at? Reselling tip of the week kind of deal. I have this particular thrift store that I go to that they like to re-glue shoes. They've got me several times before I caught on to it, and I get them home and they're not what they should be. You know, I do the whole bend to make sure that the sole's good as far as cracking and weathered and whatnot, which you should. You know, you should bend them to make sure the flexibility and that they don't crack and that they're not hard. But over and above that, guys, I take the upper and then the sole and I tweak on them a little bit, right? Just, you know, apply a little pressure, and I have found several that pop loose on me. So rather than spend your money, because most of those thrift stores don't take things back, rather than spend your money and be out of money, if you're buying thrift shoes, you know, those Nike Air Max that I seen yesterday, 13s, looked almost brand new. Would have been super, super nice of a pickup. Probably, you know, $60 sale off of an $8 pair of shoes. But when I moved it, part of the sole came loose. And a lot better for it to come loose in the store than your customer when they get it from you. So as far as that, you know, I have many times found that to be true. So just a little heads up on that. If you don't know, now you know, kind of thing. So, oh, don't follow me. But yeah, moving on. I am running short on time today. Did get to see Dad. He's doing pretty good. We had shrimp, which is actually, it was really good yesterday. Some days it's all right. Some days it's really good. Yesterday was really good. So there's the tip. I got quite a few packages going out. I did have, unfortunately, a cancellation yesterday. That is unfortunate. It bugged me for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. I had to recheck my mind and tell myself to move past. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Yeah, I had a cancellation on one of the marketplaces where I had to cancel it because I did not have the on-hands. I'm supposed to have two of a particular pair of pants in a tote, and I only had one. I don't know what happened with that. I can count almost on one hand how many times that's actually happened. Now, it has happened with one marketplace a few times getting started because I didn't realize they didn't keep track of the on-hands. When something's sold, they didn't take it out of inventory. So despite that misunderstanding, I've only had, well, actually, despite that misunderstanding, I think this makes my third in a year and a half over, what am I right at? 1,300 transactions, which isn't a lot, guys. I'm not saying it is, but 1,300 transactions. And I think this is actually my third legitimate, whoops, no, maybe second. Actually, I think second. No, yeah, we're at third that's happened. So not many of them, and I would just, where is it? And I kept wanting, my mind wanted to keep going back and retracing the steps. You know, I looked at old inventory printouts of when I was doing the website switch to see when I was holding others, where those were, and I did go back to those totes. You know, hey, this is a, you know, so-and-so 40 by 30, whatever. So I also had it back in the day in this tote, and this tote, and this tote. And as I sell them, you know, I erased that, but I had a previous copy. So I was going back and I did check those, and I came up zero on all of them. So I'm not sure exactly why or what happened there, other than I messed up. So I did have to do a cancellation. And it was on the same marketplace that I had those other cancellations. Overall, I'm still under their metric of not being affected to be basically a top-rated seller. And I'm not there with them yet, but nevertheless, it doesn't affect that metric because I am underneath their threshold. So I am pleased about that. I do want that badge next to my name to give the buyers the confidence that I consistently bring good results, right? So I think we all want that, and I was unfortunate. I have pulled that one from all marketplaces, except for one. I need to check that. I don't think it's on there yet. Either way, I'll double check that one. But yeah, pulled off all the marketplaces that really sell. Did get quite a few sales yesterday. I've already got sales so far today. One sale actually, but so we're off and running. It's still early in the day. I think where my actions need to be focused, if my warehouse, my living room, if my warehouse were the heart and the arteries of the company, if you think about it that way, right now that is clogging up with inventory. So rather than being on a buying freeze where I still go in and if it's a certain threshold, then I take advantage of it. I really think it's an all stop. I really do. Until I get it. I was in there yesterday and I was moving and I couldn't get moving around to put new inventory up because other inventory was laying around. I think it's time to make adjustments, and there's several that can take place. First off, the most easiest is there is still a sofa, a coffee table, and an end table in there, and I do believe that those need to make their way out. That will probably fill up the trailer between that and literally the couch that's still outside. Don't judge me. Yeah, whatever. Judge me, I don't care. No, but I had a couple weeks ago put a couch out there because I ran out of room, so I kicked the couch out. And while deciding whether or not I was going to send it to the dump or Facebook it out or what, my dog chewed it up. So then it was destined for the dump, and it really didn't matter what happened with it, so it just sat. But I think the sofa needs to, or the love seat needs to come join it. That'll give me a trailer's full of room, and the coffee table, I think, for the moment, and same thing with the end table. I think right now they are serving a purpose, but the couch is not, the love seats, so that needs to go. That'll free up a little extra room. Where I normally do my photo booth is in disarray. I could stack in a U shape around that room. Totes, that would free up space. So there is room to grow, but I need to do an all stop. This is totally full. The car still has some in it. My wife doesn't know, but when I went to Walmart yesterday for her, she needed a couple things. I picked those up, and there's some helmets sitting in her back seat. It's time to work it all in. I do have a few days coming off that's off time, but that's not going to do it. Now that being said, I do have a 10 by 12 shed or so that is not insulated, that I have talked about insulating for a while. It is definitely not the warehouse that I want to do, but it would give me more room in the short term. By running an extension cord out there, I could run a space heater and keep that place above freezing to keep everything intact. That, would probably, if I went full force into that, might take me a day to knock out, and then get better as time goes on with actual electric and everything. But to actually run a cord out there and keep it acceptable in there. I don't need to keep it warm during the winter, but as long as I can keep it, 40, 45, that should keep everything safe. So I think that is a good short-term goal to knock that out. I do have a few things in there that probably, in all fairness, need to go by the wayside, and some things just need to be, structured, organized, in order to go ahead and have a home in there while that happens. And that would allow some more growth from Jamestown through this time before we break ground on the warehouse. I am wanting to do that this year. I think it's inevitable. I think it's mandatory this year. as soon as it thaws out, I do believe. Not that it's frozen yet, but you get my gist. After the bulk of winter happens, I think that's when we're gonna do it. Either way, guys, I'm out of time. Y'all have a wonderful day. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.